Welcome back, everyone. We are excited to present this year's keynote speaker, Gregory, as he presents Captain of Your Leadership. Please join me in giving him a warm welcome.
All right, Will. Well, hang on. I thought we were going to do the dance. Are you not ready?
I'm ready if you are.
What? All right, you guys want to see Will dance? Yeah. Will, did you practice? All right. Well, maybe next year, guys. Next year, Will is promising to dance for everybody. Can you hold him to that promise?
Yes.
It'd be like Elaine Bennis and Seinfeld, I feel like, if I was trying to do a dance.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you guys so much. Good morning, everybody. My name is Gregory, and Will, thank you for the introduction. I am an author and a speaker. I've been in the multifamily industry for over 20 plus years. It has been an incredible ride. I've been in student housing, multifamily housing. I have been I'm an author, like I mentioned, so I have 2 best-selling books, and it has just been an incredible, the clicker, thank you. Eric, you're so amazing. I've also been a sponsored triathlete. If you guys don't know what that is, that means it's crazy people that just like to swim, bike, and run, just because. Also, I had an opportunity to complete an Ironman in Louisville, Kentucky, which means we swim, bike, and run for a really, really long way. So that was an amazing experience. So I've got some incredible experiences that I hope to bring some wisdom and some knowledge to you so that you'll gain some information. Now, before I get started, I wanted to give honor to all of you guys. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I know your time is incredibly valuable, so I appreciate you giving me some of your attention. We're going to be engaging in some things, having some fun. And I also want to give honor to the Fred team. Thank you guys so much for inviting me here and all the support, all the information. And I like to give a big thanks to the team that helps me. So big thanks. If you're going to do something big, you might as well just kind of do it big. So I want to just big thanks to the team. Thank you guys for helping me out. I appreciate that. I'm going to give this to you guys. So big thanks to y'all. And if you want to afterwards, y'all come up and sign this. How fun would that be? Get all your signatures on there. And sometimes randomly, we just need a big thanks, right? So big thanks to you guys. I appreciate that. I did promise my wife and daughter that helped me color that I would give them at least a shout out. So they're the artist that helped me with that. So thank you so much. Oops. Awesome. Okay, so before we get started, I wanted to ask, do I have your permission to share information with you, to challenge you today? Do I have your permission? Yes. Yes, all right. Now, why do I ask this question? Why would I ask this? Because I'm here. You guys invited me to be here. The reason why I ask that question is because I want to start with a yes. That gets you in an open mind frame to receive some information I'm going to share with you, and that challenges. And I'll be honest with you, I'm going to challenge you, and I may even, dare I say, kind of ruffle some feathers. Do I have your attention now? I heard that. So I got your permission. So you said yes already. What we're going to do today is, let's talk about the treasure that you're chasing. All of us are chasing a treasure, right? But we need to know what that treasure is. And through today's conversation, we're going to find out what that treasure looks like. We're going to talk about being a captain of your leadership. And Brett, you said, think like an owner. I say, think like a captain. Let's get you ready for the new terrain. Brett and his team shared a lot of information about headwinds and tailwinds and all of the things that you guys are going to be experiencing in this coming year. I also have to admit that was an absolutely incredible masterclass on budgets and really understanding the impact you guys can make with simple little changes. With a simple mindset shift and change, you guys can make a big impact. So that was a great masterclass. I hope you took some notes on that because that was impressive. That was really good stuff. And no, it didn't look like you winged it or anything. It looked like that was spot on. That was awesome. So thank you. So here's what I would like for you guys to do. All of you received a journal, right? Okay, open up the journal. Grab your pen. Grab a blank page. Title it Captain School. Captain School. We're all going to Captain School together. Now, understanding that there's going to be a lot of things in the environment happening, right? We've got economic conditions, we've got resident conditions, we've got all the things, budgets and CapEx improvements. All of these things are happening around us, right? These are things that are happening to us, right? What I want you to write on your journal is what I will make happen. What I will make happen. You don't have to answer that now. This is a question I want you to consider. What I will make happen. Because you realize all these things are happening around you, but you can still make things happen. You can still have an influence on the environment around you. This question is also amazing for one-on-one leadership coaching. If you guys are connecting with your supervisors, managers, you should be asking this of your team at least once a week. What are you making happen? What are you making happen? So if you're a community manager in here, make a note. This is a question I need to ask my team at least once a week. What are you making happen? How many of you guys are a fan of Pirates of the Caribbean? Yeah? Captain Jack Sparrow? Guy's a little weird. It's a weird character, right? But this quote from him is probably one of the most impressive quotes. If you're waiting for the opportune time, you probably missed it, or that was it. What an incredible quote. And there's so much that I could unpack from it. But bottom line, think about it. If we're always waiting for the right environment, the right economic conditions, the right circumstances, we're going to be waiting for a long time. Sometimes it's just time to take action and make things happen. Because if you wait for the right moment, you're going to be waiting forever. And you're going to be constantly missing your opportunities. There we go, captain of your leadership. Welcome. I'm going to tell you a little story. Pirate captains, how do you think the group on a boat would select their captain of the ship? What do you think? Can you think of some ways would they fight it out? Would they, duel it out or something like that? Pirate captains are actually selected by a vote. They voted the individual that they thought would be the most commanding person, the most respected person on the ship, because they knew that individual would be able to navigate that ship through the storms. So think about that. A captain of a pirate ship was elected because they knew that captain could command the ship and navigate it through the storms. So all of you here have been elected to navigate your ship, your community, through those storms. All right. Here's my plan for my time with you today. Let's talk about leadership versus normalship. Let's talk about going to captain's school. We're actually going to go to a little bit of a school. We're going to learn some lessons. And then finally, we're going to get you to port so that you can start navigating the new terrain that's ahead of all of you guys. Are you all ready for it? Yep. Can I get a yes? Yep. Awesome. I'm excited. See, I got 2 yeses from y'all today. Do you know most of us live a normal life? Sounds kind of weird to say. Kind of like, wow, don't offend me like that. I'm not normal. What is they kind of struck a nerve. Sorry, no, I apologize. I kind of struck a nerve there. So what is the definition of normal? Well, according to Webster, it's the usual, the average, or the typical. That's normal. So what does it mean to be normal? Have you ever asked yourself, what does it mean to be normal? Well, it just means nothing. It just means you're going life on default. You're not making choices. You're not engaging with the environment around you. So why? Why do we fall into normal? Because it's safe. It's predictable. We like to be all cozy in our normal, right? Kind of just wrapped up in a blanket of normal. Normal can be powerful. Can you imagine? Once you kind of let normal happen to you, it can suck you in like a riptide. And that's scary, because once you get sucked into a riptide, it's hard to get out. So it takes a lot of encouragement and intentionality to escape the normal. Who remembers normal? Do any of you guys ever remember normal people? Well, I tell you, your customers are not going to remember normal. Your team's not going to remember normal. Your supervisor surely won't remember normal. I'm going to let you in a little secret. Your competition, they're normal. You ever thought about that? Now, on the other side, unless you make a choice, you'll be normal too. And who remembers normal? Not many. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever woken up in the morning and said, I want to be normal. Today is going to be the most normal day the world has ever seen. This is just a normalness. I'm going to wrap myself up in the normal, cozy blanket and just be normal. Have you ever thought that? You wake up and you're like, putting in my journal, I'm normaling. I'm just going to be normal. Have you guys done that? No, nobody does that. Nobody wakes up and says, hey, I just want to be normal today. Right? So raise your hand real quick. Raise your hand proud and loud if you want to be normal. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Right? Oh. Yeah. I'm glad I'm at the right group. Thank you. Heidi, you did say this was a not normal group. So thank you. So here's what I'd like for you to do. You guys are at your tables. I'd like for you to look at the people at your table, look them in the eyes, and tell them, you're not normal. All right? Do that for me. Look at all the... Hey. Some of you guys enjoyed that too much. Enjoy that? That felt a little cathartic. But good. I'm glad you said that. Now what I want you to do next, does everybody have a phone? Does everybody have a phone? Grab your phone. I want you to take a picture of each of the individuals at your table. Take a picture of them with you. Take a picture of them with you. Take some selfies with them. So go ahead and do that now. Take selfies with your team. Oh my gosh. We got a selfie stick. Love it. All right. You guys are great at taking selfies. I don't know where this came from. This is super. All right, everybody get pictures, selfie pictures with their group? All right, here's what you're going to do with it. These are now your not normal accountability partners. These are your not normal accountability partners. So you are now given permission to this group, to the people that you've taken a selfie with, to call you out when you are acting normal. When you are normal, your not normal accountability partner has permission to call you out. So here's what I also want you to do. On your paper, write, don't be normal. Don't be normal, and then write down the names of your not normal accountability partners? Whew, it's a big responsibility. Especially if one of your partners is really normal, it may take some work. But I know you guys are up to it. All right. Has everybody got their pictures? They've got the list of the names of their not normal accountability partners. You got them? All right. We're going to hold you to it. Fred is no longer normal. You guys are no longer normal. The interesting thing is direction is given once, reminders are given daily. So I just gave you a direction to hold your team to not be normal. But remind them daily, don't be normal. Right? Does that sound fair? You guys up for it? Can y'all do it for me? Yep. All right. Got some not normal people here, Heidi. This is impressive. Amen. Amen. Whoops. All right. Let's get into leadership versus normalship. And I'm going to do my very best to enunciate these words throughout this presentation, so hang with me. So why is it important to know the difference between leadership and normalship? Getting there. Got it. Well, you want to know what kind of ship you want to be the captain of, right? Each day you get to choose what ship you will be captain of. This is harder than you think, guys. So you get to step onto that ship that you choose each and every day, whether it be the normal ship or the leadership. So what is a normal ship and what is a leadership? This is where you uncover living the difference. I just stole that. Is that good? Was that good product placement? Jelly? Cease and desist.
The lawyer laughed.
I knew I shouldn't have stolen it from a lawyer. That was a big mistake. All right, let's get into it. A normal ship resists change. Normal ship resists change. God, things change, right? Daily. And normal ship is always like, man, we can't handle this change. It's just too much, right? That's normal ship. But what does leadership do? Leadership embraces change. Hey, I understand things have to change. If we don't change with the world, if we don't change with the environment, with the economic circumstances, with the occupancy or the economic occupancy, the vacancy, if we don't change, if we don't do things slightly differently, 1% better or 2% better, then we're on the normal ship. So I want you to look at your neighbors and tell them, don't be normal. Some of you guys are having way too much fun with this don't be normal stuff. This is good. All right. We have leadership. Normalship is self-focused. Normalship is self-focused. It's all about me. Have you ever heard that radio station, WIIFM? Have y'all listened to that station? What's in it for me? Have y'all heard that radio station? It's pretty popular. Sometimes it gets real popular. So normalship is self-focused. It's all about me. What are you going to do for me? Now, leadership, on the other hand, serves others. How can I help you? How can I make a positive difference? What can I do for you? This is team-focused. Normalship is all about me. It's about the individual. Leadership is about the team. It's about the community. It's about the company. So look at your neighbor and tell them, don't be normal. This is going to stick. This is sticking, I'm telling you. All right, you only have to say it once. That's okay. Some of you, I'm watching some of you guys say it with a lot of emphasis, and that's good. That's really good. Leadership, normalship, I'm like focused on leadership, so I don't even like to say the word normalship. Normalship feels to an action. Interesting. I want you to kind of absorb that for a second. Normalship feels to an action. Have you ever seen or felt, I don't feel like getting up. I don't feel like working out. I don't feel like doing this report. I don't feel like blah, blah, or talking to this resident. I don't feel like doing anything. You let feelings lead you. And guess what? Feelings are fickle. Feelings change all the time. Normalship feels to an action. I don't feel like this. So much to do, I feel overwhelmed, so I'm not going to do anything. Scary. Leadership acts to a feeling. Hey, I don't feel like getting up, but you know what? I got things to do. I'm not going to be normal today. I don't feel like going to work out, but you know what? I'm going to go work out because it's going to turn things around. I don't feel like doing this report, but you know what? I'm going to do it because it's going to make a difference. I don't feel like talking to this resident or working this report, doing this renewal. I don't feel like it, but I'm going to do it. That's leadership. Leadership acts into a feeling. If you let your feelings lead you, that's normal. So look at your neighbor. You know what to tell them. Don't be normal. Are you guys feeling the not normalness going? You feeling that build? It's building. I'm loving it. I love it in your faces. Normalship sees what's impossible. We can't do this. I don't have enough time. There's just no way we can accomplish all these reports. I can't get all the renewals done. I can't talk to this resident and finish this report. It's impossible. There's just too much. That's normalship. Leadership sees what's possible. Hey, we got this. I know it's a report we've got to take care of. We've got to come up, take a day off and come to the Fred Summit. We got this. We can do this. Right? That's leadership. Leadership sees what's possible. Hey, if I do this report, if I make this 1% change, it's possible that we will improve so much more. Sees what's possible. Tell your neighbor, don't be normal. Heidi just said that with so much emphasis. That was impressive. Will, did you feel that one? I felt it. I felt that one. That hurt me a little bit. I felt it. But that's good. We're getting through these. Normalship does only what's required. That's all. Hey, all they said to do was pick up this piece of trash. I see all this other trash over there, but I'm not going to pick it up because they didn't tell me to. I know I've got to do this one report because they told me to, but I know there's some other things that needs to get done. But, that's all they asked me to do is this one thing. So that's all I'm going to do. They only do what's required. No more, no less. Leadership does what it takes. If that means I see this, somebody said, hey, go pick up this piece of trash. They didn't see these other things. I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to take care of these other things as well. Leadership does more than what's asked. They do what it takes. Hey, my budget only says 5% vacancy. That's all they want me to do. But a leadership will drop it down to 4%. Anything they can do to make it happen. They will do what it takes. This is culture. If you want to see culture in action, when you ask somebody to do something, do they add value and do more? That's culture. Normalship will just do what's asked. Leadership does what it takes. Look at your neighbor and tell them, don't be normal. Normalship complains. Why is this happening to me? That resident is just such a problem. I don't want to do this for. Why is this resident calling me again? Why is my leasing consultant? Why is my assistant manager? Why is Fred always wanting us to do more? 1%, come on. I just want to complain. Feels good. That's normal. I just want to complain. All right, how many of you guys like complaining? Oh, you did not raise your hand. That's okay. I won't call you out. You right there in the black jacket, green shirt. No, I'm kidding. You know what? I complain too sometimes. It happens. But I recognize it as quickly as I start it and realize leadership coaches. How can I help? What questions can I ask to improve things? My leasing consultant didn't do X, Y, Z, or my maintenance tech didn't do X, Y, Z. I could complain about it, but what is that going to do? This is like the no-go zone. It is my phone.
You're being normal.
I know it was. I got called out. I'll take it. That hurt. Give me a moment. But I got it. So where was I? Oh, leadership coaches. So even though your lease consultant or your maintenance tech won't do something or they did something wrong, a leadership will coach them. Why? Start asking questions. Why did you do it this way? What can we do to help you make it better next time? And then instead of complaining with what gets you nothing, you can start coaching as a leadership. Look at your neighbor. Tell them, don't be normal.
Don't be normal.
Where's William? Oh, there's another William. Will. Red shirt. Where is he?
Oh, Bill.
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 No. Oh, you.
Oh, you.
Yeah, you. Remember you and I were talking earlier? And you told me, hey, I'm just a leasing consultant. And but you know what? I've said those things all the time. But I want you guys to recognize that normalship uses just, the word just in front of whatever. I'm just a community manager. Fred talked about this earlier. He stole some of my thunder. Normalship says, I'm just a leasing consultant. I can't help you, so I'm going to need you to talk to the assistant manager. The assistant manager says, well, I'm just an assistant manager. You'll need to talk to the community manager. Well, the community manager gets all the information and says, well, I'm just a community manager. Let me let you talk to the district regional manager. You see how that just pushes the problem to somebody else? Fred, thank you so much for stealing. Appreciate it. But we're on the same page, so that feels good. That feels good. Normalship uses just. Leadership uses the. I am the leasing consultant. I can solve your concern. Let's talk about it. I'm the community manager. I know there may be some other community managers of different communities. There may be another leasing consultant at my community. But I am the one right here, right now, and I can take care of whatever you may need. Leadership uses the. Look at your neighbor. You got it? Does that feel right?
Yeah, what you said earlier makes a lot more sense.
Yes! Love it. I didn't want to give it all away when you and I were talking earlier, so thank you so much for allowing me to kind of chat with you and share that. So that's awesome. Normalship uses just. Leadership uses the. Look at your neighbor. Tell them, don't be normal. Normalship is busy. Oh, I'm so busy. I've got these residents. I've got reports. I've got work orders. there's so much going on. I'm touching this, I'm touching that. I'm so busy, and it's 5 o'clock. I was so busy today, but I didn't get anything done. Because I just touched things. I see this, I see that, and I'm just the resident, and don't touch residents. Yeah, I'm just all these things, but I didn't get anything done because I wasn't prioritizing. Normalship is busy, right? We've all been busy. Leadership is productive. They're prioritizing. They're making plans. Even though they've got all of these things going on, they're like, okay, what is most important? Let me take care of this. They find time. They carve out time to get things done. So even though they had a busy day, they were productive. They made things happen. Busy is an excuse. Productive is getting things done. So if your team members tell you, hey, I was super busy, I didn't get anything done, that's an excuse. Look at your neighbor. Tell them, don't be normal. Oh, I'm loving fist bumps. This is evolving. Normalship chases comfort. Woo! Don't move things. I like the way my desk chair is. I don't want to get out of my desk chair and go walk the property. I want to be comfortable where I'm at. There's just too much change. I don't want to make any changes. I just want to be comfortable in my normalness. Right? God bless you. Leadership chases treasure. Normal is waiting for other people to lead you. Chasing treasure, that's leading yourself. And we've all got a treasure that we're chasing as a captain. So keep chasing that treasure. Finally, tell your neighbor one more time, don't be normal. Does that feel good? You guys got it out? Very cathartic? Release. Actually, if you want to stand up, if you see somebody else that you're not sitting next to, that you're like, that person is normal, and I need to go tell them that. If you want to do that, you're welcome to do so. Nobody's taking me. Save that for after the keynote, maybe during lunch. If you see them standing in line and you're like, that person needs an extra oomph. That's okay. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. So, ask you a question. What ship do you want to captain? Yeah, thank you. It's like, that was a close one. On your paper, I want you to write, I will captain the leadership. I will captain the leadership. So we're going to go to Leadership Captain School. Now, somebody earlier, I'm just making this up, asked me, why is there no normalship school? It's a good question. It's a fair question. I'm just making it up. Will asked me. Just kidding. This was before the normal, not normal conversation. So, we're good with that. So why is there no normal ship captain school? Because you can't captain a normal ship. You just hang on. There's really nothing you do. You just hang on. You're going to bounce around. There's nothing you can do. You're just on it. So that's why there's no normal captain school. But a leadership captain school takes work. It's intentional. It's not influenced by environment or circumstances. When you captain the leadership, you're in control. You make things happen. You influence the environment and the circumstances. So that's what you guys are about to learn. Some sneak peeks. Are y'all ready for that? Yeah? Okay. Guess what? Every good captain needs a map, right? Wouldn't be a good captain unless you had a map. Well, I'm going to tell you right here, right now, before we even get started, what the map looks like. If you want to write this down, to know your path, here's the map. You ready? Secret sauce right here. Internal to external equals overall. You like math? This is good math stuff. Internal plus external equals overall. That's a winning formula every time. That's your map. Thank you very much for coming. You guys have a wonderful day. So what does it all mean? Internal. Internal is where you start exploring for the treasure. You start searching for that treasure. You don't wait for other people to inspire you. You're not a bystander in your life. You take the lead and you lead yourself. And I'm going to share with you guys what's inside that treasure chest in just a little while. So hang on. We're chasing the treasure, guys. Y'all ready for it? So first part of treasure is read, watch, learn. Read, watch, learn. Interesting, huh? Find books, find podcasts, YouTube webinars, or other kind of webinars, and start actively engaging in learning. Go figure. This is great stuff. There's so much amazing stuff out there. On your notes, I want you to write down, what am I going to learn? And this is for you to discover. So start looking for those things. Who is it that I was talking to earlier? They're an Instagrammer and they're a LinkedIner. Yeah. So you had shared with me earlier that you're on LinkedIn and you're on Instagram, but you like LinkedIn because of the motivation, the information that she finds. So if you're going to scroll through social media, scroll with a purpose. LinkedIn is an incredible place to find motivation and inspiration. Instagram, maybe not so much. Maybe a different kind of motivation and inspiration. But if you want to find the treasure, jump on LinkedIn. Go find those webinars. Find a book that you want to read and learn from. Normal ship thinking does not grow. Whether leadership thinking actively searches for ways to grow. The next thing we've got, alignments. Ooh, I love alignments. Alignments are your inner circle. These are the people that you trust. These are the people that you could call at 2 a.m. and say, hey, I'm working on this financial report. I can't figure this thing out. And they'll answer the phone and help you out. That's an alignment. Find your alignments. Somebody that you can trust. These are also people that have permission to call you out. You have a not normal accountability partner, but an alignment goes deeper. Not only will the alignment tell you not to be normal, they'll tell you quit being a bonehead. They will call you out. So I encourage you to find an alignment. Somebody that you can trust. Somebody that you know has your best interest at heart. I have a very close circle of friends around me that I trust, that I know I could call at 2 a.m. for whatever I need, and they'd be there for me. One, they'd answer the phone. Two, they would be there for me. So find a couple of alignments in your life. I promise you, that makes a huge difference. So on your notes, I want you to write, find an alignment. Find an alignment. And right below that, be an alignment for someone else. Be an alignment for someone else. You got homework. This is like going back to school. Some good homework. Normalship thinking, they do it alone. Leadership thinking has a small inner circle of trust. Find your alignment. Mentors. Find you a mentor. Somebody that's been there, done that. LinkedIn is an incredible place to find mentors. You know, if you aspire to be president and CEO of a company someday, not Fred, that's already taken. But if you aspire to be somebody like that, a president, a VP, regional manager, whatever your next step may be, find a mentor that's been there and done that. Start asking them questions. I promise you, you jump on LinkedIn and you reach out, hey, I'd love to connect with a mentor. There would be so many people that would be open to helping you out. I have 2 mentees that monthly, they just call me up. They've got some random questions, and we just talk about it. They've been in the industry for a handful of years. I've been in the industry for 20 years, so I've seen some weird things and been a part of it all. Find a mentor. A normalship thinking thinks they know it all. A leadership thinking actively seeks guidance and help. Find your mentor. So on your notes, I want you to write, find a mentor. I'm not going to raise your hand to be a mentor.
I'd be happy.
Did y'all see that? All you had to do was ask. Brett just said he'd be happy to be a mentor to someone. Just asking. Leadership captain will ask. What's the worst they can say? No. What's the best they can say? Yes. Just got to ask. You never know. Heidi could be a mentor. Right?
Yep.
See? Look at it, man. This is growing. Find your mentors. They are amazing. They will add value to your life. All right, let's add external. Do you know external captains, leadership captains will share their treasure? A good captain will share the treasure. We haven't got to the treasure yet. So this is the next step in the math formula, in the path, in the map. Normalship thinking is stingy and greedy. Leadership thinking is generous. Have you ever heard the phrase, the world of the generous gets larger and larger, or the world of the stingy gets smaller and smaller? Have you heard that? Well, now you have. Keep that in mind. The more generous you are, the bigger your world will become. That's leadership thinking. When you become stingy, your world's going to get smaller. All right, so what does external look like? I never know where to point. External corrects and redirects timely. What does that mean? Let's say your team member is a little off course, not making great decisions. A leadership captain will correct and redirect timely, quickly. Let me give you an example. A plane's taken off from Los Angeles, headed to New York. But for whatever reason, the plane taken off is 1% off course. Just 1%. And without correction, by the time it gets to where it's going, instead of New York, it'll be in the Florida area. 1%. So if you find one of your team members a little off course, correct and redirect timely. I would much rather be told immediately, hey, I'm kind of off course, I'm not doing things the way I should be done, like quickly, than to be like 6 months, 1 year down the road at my performance evaluation, and you're like, well, back 8 months ago, you started doing this incorrectly, so I'm bringing it up on your performance evaluation today. Why didn't you tell me when I started making the mistake? Right? Correct. It's hard to correct somebody, right? It's a little difficult to correct, but I promise you, the correction and redirection timely will be so much better if you do it immediately. Normal ship thinking lets the team fail and sink the ship. Leadership thinking keeps the team on course. Support, don't punish. So what happens if you have a team member that makes a mistake? We all make mistakes. Sometimes I do it on the daily. But if I know my supervisor is going to support me, what do you think I'm going to do? Am I going to tell him about the mistake? More than likely. But if I know my supervisor is going to punish me for a mistake, So if you have a supervisor that is going to punish you for the mistake, what's more than likely going to happen? You're going to hide it. You're going to lie about the mistake. You're going to cover it up. Support your team. Don't punish them. So on your notes, I want you to write down, how can you improve support? How can you improve support? Normal ship thinking lets the team walk the plank. Leadership thinking helps rebuild the boat. Be grateful.
Could you go back and say that one more time? What did you just say?
Oh, the normal ship leadership? Yeah. Normal ship, the team walks the plank. Leadership thinking helps rebuild the boat. Did you get it correctly? Awesome. Oh, don't look at that. All right. Be grateful. Gratitude is a feeling. I did talk about, act your way into a feeling, but acting to the feeling of gratitude is powerful. Your team can feel your gratitude or your indifference. How many of you guys have ever worked around somebody that is just not grateful for you? Can you feel it? Maybe they never said it, but you can feel it, right? So being grateful is a way that you can encourage the team, help the team. They're going to feel your gratitude. I know it's weird to say, but think about it. Be grateful they showed up to work. Start there. Thank you for being to work today. Ta-da! That was awesome. Start there. And if they do something pretty awesome, that was awesome. Be grateful for the things that they do. On your notes, I want you to write down who you are grateful for. You don't have to write that person down now, but write down, I want you to identify who you are grateful for. Just write it down. And if you know right off the top of your head who you're grateful for, go ahead and put that person's name down. Who are you grateful for? Added bonus, tell them why. Tell them why you're grateful for them. And then I'm going to do a triple bonus. If it's somebody in this room that you're grateful for, tell them today.
I'm grateful for you.
Aww! I heard that. Did y'all hear that? I just got the feels. That was pretty awesome. That was exciting. You'd get the bonus points. Thank you. Normal ship thinking sees the worst. Leadership thinking chooses to see the best. So find who you're grateful for and tell them. And tell them why. And do it today. All right, now you can see this. Show appreciation. Where gratitude is a feeling, appreciation is a verb. It's an action. Each person needs to feel valued, right? Don't we all need to feel valued in some way? Each person also needs to receive that appreciation in specific ways. How many of you guys have heard the 5 love languages? You've heard of those? Have you heard of the 5 appreciation languages at work? Same author? It's incredible. 5 ways: words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, quality time, and one that they kind of push off to the side, physical. If you know how your team likes to receive appreciation, man, you just leveled up. You have leveled up. And I promise you, if you know how your maintenance team likes to receive appreciation, and you do that, your maintenance team is going to level up. And the performance is going to improve. Simple by knowing. So on your notes, I want you to write, how can I show appreciation? How can I show appreciation? Normal ship thinking, your paycheck is my appreciation. Leadership thinking intentionally values their team. This is a tough one. Wish well. You know what? Sometimes things just don't work out, and that's okay. Sometimes some people need to find new adventures, and that's okay. This is a tough one, but it still needs to be done. Don't hold on to a team member that needs to explore new adventures. Your team will thank you. If you hold on to somebody for too long, it creates holes in the ship, and that ship will slowly start to sink. Sometimes you wish them well. Help them on their new adventure. So on your notes, I want you to write down. No, I'm kidding. Don't write down. Don't do that. Normal ship thinking needs only a warm body to sit in the chair. Ugh. Leadership thinking needs the right person on the team. All right, we're getting there. Overall, here's where you become the teacher to make more captains. You become the leadership factory. When you want to be a factory? Love to be a factory. So how do you do that? We're going to identify. Do you know that every one of your team members has a gift, skill, and talent? Do you know that? Every one of your team members has a gift, skill, and talent. As a leader, it's your job to identify what that might be. Find your team's highest and best use. Figure it out. If you're not aware, if you're not watching, you're going to miss it. So start looking for your team's gifts, skills, and talents. So on your notes, I want you to write, identify team's gifts, skills, and talents. Identify team's gifts, skills, and talents. Because normal ship thinking says, just do the job. Leadership thinking helps find opportunities. Investigate. This is where you start exploring. You've identified what their gifts, skills, and talents are. Now you're going to start exploring. You're going to investigate, where can I plug them in? Where are those opportunities based on their gifts, skills, and talents? Now, a lot of us will say, I don't want to mess with that because I can do it faster, right? If I train this up, I can stop, just move out of my way. I can do this faster. Well, certainly that could be the case in most of the things. But let me ask you this. How will that help you in the long run? Aren't you glad somebody let you fumble about to learn something new before you are where you are now? Give them a chance. Find those opportunities. On your notes, write, where are the opportunities? Where are the opportunities? Normal ship thinking says, stay in your lane. Don't get out of your lane. Leadership thinking, where could they be fulfilled? Where could they be fulfilled? Initiate. We've done all this great work. We've identified their gifts, skills, and talents. We've found some places to plug them in. What are some opportunities for them? Now we got to take action. Now we got to plug them in to those opportunities. Let them explore their gifts, skills, and talents. We all make mistakes, right? Support them, don't punish them. They'll get through it. On your notes, I want you to say or write, I will plug in others. I will plug in others. Normal ship thinking, I've got too much going on. Just too busy. Leadership thinking, I'll make time. I will make time. Promote. Promote. If there's a chance, promote. Now, there could be two definitions of promote, right? One could be, hey, here's your lease consultant. Here's an assistant manager role. Let's promote you into that role. Another way to do that would be to be the hype man. Good job. I'm going to promote you. I'm going to give you a call out, a shout out. You know what's really cool is to promote your team member in front of other people, especially the boss. If Brett comes on property as a supervisor, you better be promoting your team, saying, you know what this team member did? They were fantastic. You know what this maintenance tech did? They were fantastic. And Brett's going to be going, that's awesome, right? Take advantage, opportunities to promote your team. Get them fired up. And I'll challenge you, Brett. I'm going to have you challenge this statement that I'm going to make. We haven't practiced this before. Are you ready? Heidi, you can challenge me too.
Okay.
All of you guys can challenge me on this statement. The most valuable leader is a leader that makes more leaders.
Can't challenge
I
that.
don't want to challenge that.
Ooh! Preach it. The most valuable leader is a leader that makes more leaders. That's what that formula is. Internal plus external equals overall. You become a leadership factory if you follow the map. It's a simple, simple map. Work on yourself, share it with other people and support them, get them into those opportunities. You become the leadership factory. A normal ship thinking says, don't take my job. I don't want to elevate you because you might take my job. A leadership thinking says, take my job. I'm just going to get a better one next. All right, guys. Land ho. You've done so well through school. Congratulations. You have graduated from captain school. It's impressive. Not one of you guys got wet, unless somebody spilled water. I don't know. But that's exciting. There's a lot of new terrain ahead of you guys, right? A lot of new terrain. Headwinds, tailwinds. There's opportunities. Like Brett said, 1% more makes a huge difference. But when you're normal, you won't chase that. You won't go after it. When you're not normal, and you've got your accountability partners now, you can chase those kinds of treasures. You have two choices. You can jump on the normal ship and just go with it and hang on for dear life, or you can choose to be the captain of your leadership. Your map is real simple. Internal plus external equals overall. What do you want to make happen? Here's what I want you guys to do. Burn the normal ship. Burn the normal ship. I'm going to tell you this quick story. there was this explorer. They crossed the ocean, finally made it to his destination. All the men that got off the boat, they were scared because it was a new environment. It was new terrain. They wanted to go back home because that's where it was comfortable and safe. But the captain knew what his team was capable of because he had worked with them. He had trained them. He was elected captain for a reason. He identified opportunities and he had trained his team to do all the things that they needed to do and supported them along the way. But his team kept saying, we got to get back on the ship. This new terrain is too scary. There's too many headwinds. There's too many tailwinds. There's large mountains and big forests, and we don't know what's on the other side. But the captain just knew that they could do it. They could explore this new territory and do well. So what the captain decided after arguing with his crew for so long, he told them, let's all get off the boats. Let's make camp on the beach. Let's grab all the supplies and make camp on the beach. Don't leave anything on the boat. Let's just bring it on shore so that we can kind of set up a camp. That night, the captain knew his team could do what they set out to do. So the captain made the order to burn the ships. And that he did. So his team, his crew, was in the new terrain with no ship available to go home where it was safe and comfortable because he set out on a mission to do what he wanted to do. So he burned the ships, the normal ships, so that they would continue on their mission. So I want you guys to look at each other and tell them, burn the normal ship. Burn. Woo! That was exciting. Not the office, not your desk chair, just the normal ship. We don't have that much CapEx, remember guys, unless you raise revenue at least 20%. So remember I talked about chasing the treasure? And you guys have the treasure? Y'all remember that kind of conversation? I want you to grab your phones. Everybody got their phones? Go ahead and grab it. Take a selfie. Just a selfie of yourself. We got duck lips, we got fingers, we got tongue sticking out. Some of you guys are really good at selfies. I'm impressed. I'm loving that. No selfie stick?
I put it away.
Oh, okay. That's all good. She's still taking selfies. This is going to be the best selfie the world has ever seen. I'm not taking no normal selfie. This is going to be an amazing selfie. So what is the treasure that you as a captain chase? What is the treasure that you guys work for? What is that treasure? The treasure is your potential. All of you guys have potential to do amazing things, incredible things. Potential not only to improve yourself, but to improve your team. And when your team's improved, the whole community is improved. When the community's improved, then that helps the company. When the company's helped and improved, then the company can do so much more. They can bring more CapEx into your community and build it because you've realized your potential. I'm going to share with you a kind of a tough quote. This is from a best-selling author that's very close to me. He said, "The person with the most potential usually gets fired." Why is that? Why would he say that? The person with the most potential usually gets fired. What is potential?
Possibility.
Possibility. What happens if you don't realize your possibility? Nothing. You're normal. when you don't realize your potential, that we all have gifts, skills, and talents, then you miss your opportunity. And the person with the most potential is the person that didn't work on their potential. They just sit there. They're normal. And that's the person that usually gets fired. Don't be that person that never realizes their potential, that they can do more. Guys, I'd love to connect with you. This is my website. I'd love to hear from you what you found valuable in this conversation. If you want to connect for more, I'm happy to connect with you. But I really would love to hear what you valued from this presentation. Guys, y'all are ready to go navigate the new terrain, the new headwinds, the new tailwinds, the challenges that Brett has shared with you. Those percentage changes, that doesn't seem scary. Could you guys do 1% more? Can you do 1% more? Yeah? Can I get an agreement from you guys? Yeah. All right. 1% feels kind of normal. Would you agree? Brett, can I get you back up on that? 1% feels normal. Let's push it. You guys have potential. Don't waste the potential. Let's push it to 2%. This is not going to be an easy year. But you guys, if you push your potential, you become that leadership factory. If you choose to step aboard the leadership as the captain, 2% will be easy. I want to thank you guys so much. Also encourage you to sign the big thanks that was shared. And if the presentation and just hanging out with each other wasn't enough and telling each other that you're not normal, hang on to your accountability partners. We do have a special gift for you guys. Yeah. So each of you guys are going to get a copy of my #1 new release best-selling book, The Super Fantastic Process. A lot of the information I shared with you and more is in this book. So I would love for you guys to review through it. Congratulations for this. Thank you guys so much. And if you want your book signed, I'll be over here in the corner. I'll be happy to sign your book. Thank y'all.